Our second contestant is Patrick Potts, so would you welcome him to the stage, please?
Oh, great. That was fun. Thank you. As you can probably tell, I work for the state and we never start right away, so that's why I'm Yeah, actually I work with computers, so the first joke that the people I work with, they wanted me to say is, how many software engineers does it take to, screw in a light bulb? None, that's a hardware problem. Yeah, they would love that, yeah. Actually, they expect me to die tonight, but the night's still young. No, actually, this is my second time in the building, the first time performing, as you can probably tell. And, the food's great and stuff. The last time I was here was for a retirement dinner. And, that retirement dinner just took me back and made me think of, people in my family that have retired, like my dear grandfather. He was such a great man. And he imparted me with such wisdom all throughout his life. And unfortunately, I can still remember his last words to me when he said, careful son, I think you switched the safety off. And, I guess you had to have been there, you would have been dying. Yeah, so that went well. Yeah. You're so proud of me, aren't you? Yeah, I'm making fun of your dad. Yeah, actually, it's a very tragic life I lead. Just a few months ago, unfortunately, my sister, she passed away too. It's a real tragic thing. She got drunk and thought she could fly. I don't think we'll ever figure out how she learned to hotwire a Cessna. But she did, and from there she was just a plain, down-to-earth kind of girl. Actually, the Cessna wasn't more like it was more like yeah, that went great, and she laughing at me, I'm sure. Of course, it wasn't enough to stop, but we just kind of, scattered her to the wind, and which is how she wanted. Anyway, yeah, this is going great. Actually, this is one they told me not to tell anybody because it was so bad. So, an Irishman, a Russian, and a humpback whale go into a bar. The Irishman says, "Thank you. Yeah, had a little flair." The Irishman says, I'm just in from Dublin. I can't do the accent, obviously. He's just in from Dublin, and he wants a bottle of the finest Irish whiskey. So the bartender gives him the bottle of whiskey, and he starts drinking it. The Russian says, I'm just in from Kiev, and I want a bottle of your finest vodka. So the bartender gives him the vodka, and he drinks it. And the humpback whale goes, because he can't talk. Yeah, that's why they told me not to do that. I should have listened, but hey, it's like, oh, what did I know? More than me, obviously, Patrick's an idiot. Yeah, so, oh, that reminds me. Yeah, there was like a recent recall of like 143 million pounds of beef and stuff. And it's like, because like there might be some mad cows or something in there. And I'm like, well, it should be pretty simple to figure out which one's the mad cow. He's the one that's, shoving his way going, move it, move it. Just beating on his horns, move, move. And horse cows are tough. You ever see one that's not wearing leather? I mean, gosh. Yeah, so he's like threatening the other cows with like, putting his hoof in their mouth disease and all that kind of stuff. Finally, the farmer's dog has to run up and say, okay, look, break it up. Farmer Brown is trying to sleep. And the mad cow just looks at him and says, oh, wow, a talking dog. Like, speak, boy, speak. And the dog's like, I don't have time for this. I gotta say Timmy is in a well or something. I don't know. I keep telling the farmer he ought to go to city water. I don't know what the deal is. He just... Yeah, that's well. Great. Talking dog. That's what it's now come to. Talking dog. Well, since I'm in a farmyard kind of place, I guess you all know why a chicken coop only has 2 doors. I guess not. Okay. If a chicken coop had 4 doors, it would be a chicken sedan. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. So let's see, I've covered cows, talking dogs, and humpback whales. Great, okay. So I guess the next thing is, and frog. Some of these I do just for me. Yeah, so let's see, Grandpa's dead, sister's dead. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Oh yeah, my grandmother, she's dead too. Thanks for laughing at me, you sick people. Laugh at my dead family, why don't you? They like it, yeah, yeah. So anyway, yeah, my grandma, she was great. My grandmother on my father's side, she actually immigrated to America between the 2 world wars, and she was an actual, honest-to-goodness Bohemian gypsy that came over. And so, yeah, I can remember being a little child, or, you know, maybe 5, 10, 15, maybe it was just last year, I don't remember. But she would always look over the crib and sing to me this horrible story of what she had to go through as a Bohemian gypsy, and she would tell these great stories of what it was like to be a, how should you call it, a gypsy tramp and a thief, and yeah, it was such a great story. I wish she was here, she could, like, share it with everyone. Did I hear a mad cow? Okay. So anyway, gosh, this is a long 10 minutes. Let's see, what else is there? Let's see. I was a stupid kid, as you can probably tell. I was always experimenting, but with the wrong things. So, you know, whenever I was younger, there was this great bubble gum, and the gimmick was that it wouldn't stick. Your phone's ringing, by the way, in case you didn't hear. Anyway, this great bubble gum that didn't stick to your skin, and so of course, as a kid, you're like, well, you have to prove it wrong. So you try whatever you can to get it to stick to you. So you're like slapping yourself with a piece of gum and just bang yourself, and then it's like, you know. Mom, I'm stupid, again. And that's when your mother becomes a chemist. She's like, oh, well, just get ice. And it's like, oh, okay. So she puts ice, and the ice didn't work, and the gum didn't move. Apparently she thought it would, like, freeze the ice, or freeze the gum or something. So her next try was a bubble puff. Yeah, to get rid of the bubble gum. She tried peanut butter. Yes, I'm stupid, and it shows. Clap your hands. So she would try peanut butter next. And it's like peanut butter, I guess that would mix good with the grape flavored gum, and, you know, makes a nice little sandwich, but still didn't do that. So now I have wet hair with gum and peanut butter. So then she pulls out the big guns and gets the gasoline. It wasn't so much the fact that she was dousing her child in gasoline that scared me the most, it's the fact that she was smoking while doing it. It's like, oh, shit. For your own good. So, yeah, there I am soaking, and finally she just decided to go ahead and just cut it all off. And as it turns out, the very next day I go into school and see all the other stupid kids that also had their hair all shaved off. It's like, oh, Hubba Bubba hair? Yeah, Hubba Bubba hair? And we all had Hubba Bubba hair, and some of the girls. Except for James, he just had lice. And, so... yeah, that's my family, and we're all stupid and nuts. Yes. Actually, in closing, I'd actually like to fix this. That got what I expected to. So anyway, it's an ancient Irish song that I wrote 5 years ago, and it's called Mama Why. Here, oh, wait, let me turn it up here. Okay, that's much better. Oh, Mama, why did you stop paying on the check to the guitar instructor? Thank you.